Welcome to the Bro Banter Podcast online, featuring myself, Don, and Dalton, here today to discuss the topics of the world, if you will, highs and the lows, right?
What up, guys?
It could be anything from Bigfoot to aliens to is Hitler still alive even to this day,
Maybe
right?
even how to raise an anthill.
Yeah, we can do an anthill. We could definitely do an anthill. So let's just start this off, though. Did you see the tweet that Smith & Wesson got locked out of their account in Facebook?
I did see it. Do you want to take a dive into it and see what happened with them?
Yeah, so it's interesting. They said they got suspended after 15 years of operation on the platform, and has something to do with their content policies. I don't know. It's either way. So
Facebook
Elon,
doesn't like guns. Imagine that.
yeah. So yeah, they posted this. I think it's like 4 hours ago, and Elon Musk responded back, "We restored the gun emoji and believe in the Constitution."
Well, another one bites the dust.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. 15 years of being on Facebook and they get banned. Smith and Wesson.
So what changed between then and now? Would they put out some videos like testing out bulletproof armor or something where people got to get shot?
I don't know. They
Or just more gun content? They didn't like it.
I don't know. They put something out saying well, screenshot of their page saying that weapons or some story removed, post removed. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, they probably posted a product of the week or something or a new one coming out.
What
Either
can
way,
I say? Another one bites the dust. Come yourself to X. We're good over here. You can say what you
yeah.
want.
Yeah, come over to X. Elon will bring you over. It's freedom of speech over here. It's not as crazy as people says it is, but that's all right. Also in news, what do you think of the Redskins going to be? Hopefully, it sounds like coming back to the actual Redskins.
Coming from someone that was like really good friends, best friends with a actual native, not the ones that are the 3%ers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He was pissed off when they changed to the Commanders, based on he was like, well, I mean, it's still representing the heritage. I don't take anything offensive to my red skin. He's like, I mean, he wasn't upset with it, so how am I to be upset with it when I think it's a good idea? I mean, a lot of people are petitioning. I know there was a whole thing on like Facebook and X like a month ago that were talking about bringing it back and like a whole petition of actual natives, not like the left-wing white kids that got upset that you were saying that the actual people that it would have or could have offended were speaking out on it, saying that how it was almost like, I mean, you still have the Indians and stuff in baseball, right? Like, I don't know.
No,
People took
they're no longer
really
Cleveland Indians either. Yeah, no, they changed.
fuck that up, didn't I?
So hopefully, maybe
Well, then it's a
Reds.
whole world tour then.
Well, maybe the Redskins changing will prompt Cleveland to bring back the Indians. It seems like everything's changing anyway. The whole DEI stuff is being taken out, wiped out, and people are wanting to come around and
A
change
little bit
their.
less cancel culture these days too.
Yes, I think so. Speaking of that, did you see the clip that the Democrats put out with Kamala and Waltz? Kind of just
I did not
thanking
catch it,
people.
but we had talked about it earlier, and from what you were saying, it sounds like they're trying to skate on ice right now, and it's very thin. Trying to hold what they have left to keep them around, see if they can move forward with that. But I think it's lost hope.
Yeah, I think it's
What is your
interesting.
opinion?
Well, I think it's interesting how you look at this video of her, and some people are saying she looks drunk. There's even AI generated video of her holding a bottle of booze, talking. But it's
Damn
crazy
it, Grok!
because it's crazy how she looks so young during the process, during the election cycle, right? And look
Oh,
at
it
her in
just
this
hit her in the
video.
face now.
Yeah, I swear it looks like she got 20 years older.
Well, you could pull it up and show them.
Yeah, we can. Let me see here. It is interesting. I think it clips on like 28 seconds. So let's see what this little clip is.
I am proud of the race we ran. I am
She's
proud of the race we ran.
Look how old she
I
is.
am proud of the race we ran.
Crazy, ain't it? Absolute crazy.
What happened? That was not the same lady waiting on those votes to come in.
No, absolutely was not, dude. Was not the same person. I'll have to try to find the full clip. It was.
I mean, if we're gonna get into it, let's be honest. It was like the way the whole situation went down with that, with her even getting into the spot that she was in or is in now, was like a fucking railroad on Biden because he was losing it. They shoved that guy out the door and said, "Hey, here's the next new pretty little thing." Tried to make that work for the American people, and I mean, people didn't buy it. People were tired of the stuff we've went through for the last 4 years. I mean, they understood. They didn't bite that. They're like a fish in the water. Didn't bite the bait. They didn't fall for it. And now they're confused because they're used to people falling for it. All those little smoke shows and the look over here while we do this stuff. It didn't work this time, and now they're trying to backtrack and figure out what the fuck they did wrong. You know.
So I'll give you, here's Matt Walsh. He posted about 9 hours ago.
Shout out Matt Walsh.
Yes, of course this thing came out, longer than that, right? So
yeah, of course.
But yeah, let me show you here. So this one I believe is 44 seconds long. Let's see what
Practical eve of Thanksgiving. I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Look how old she looks.
With the ability,
she actually does sound drunk.
At this moment, to
I
just remember there is so much to be thankful for, and so I wish for you that you are surrounded by the people you love and who love you. As you know, I encourage you to be around family in whatever way you compose that family, but to take a moment and just reflect on all the good you have done and all the good you have yet to do. We are all in this together. And on this practical eve of Thanksgiving, I wish everyone
what the hell is practical eve?
Thanksgiving.
I don't know,
with the
man.
Ability and to find the ability at this moment.
Crazy.
That's hard. That's a hard listen. That's a hard listen. That made me glad that she didn't win even more. Like I said, it sounds like they're trying to hold on to what little hope they had, and it just proves even further she had no business being there or any idea what the fuck she was doing in the first place.
Now let me run this by you. Let's see what you think about this one.
That was embarrassing. You were the vice president, by the way. By the way, people, that's the vice president. Imagine if Trump came on sounding like that, he'd be ridiculed, right?
I don't know if you've seen this one. This is even better. Look at this one.
Come on, guys.
Read that topic. Read that headline.
More and more rumors are surfacing about Hillary Clinton staging another run for president in 2028. Should she do it? I don't know. If you guys watch this video, I won't even answer this. You guys, if you watch this video, leave a comment, yes or no, and we'll know what it's about, all right? We won't call you out. That way you don't get canceled.
I hope that is fake. That's all I'm saying. I'm hoping that's fake.
If she does, she's not going to win. I mean, she already... No.
You think
so? I mean, maybe that's why she's been so absent from politics for the last, 5 years now since she lost. Maybe she's trying to whitewash, clean that slate. When she comes back, she'll be the fresh new thing. She's not. Before, when she was going against Trump the first time, it was like she was all in it. Her husband was still in it. She's been out of the politics for 5 years. Nobody's even mentioned her. Maybe she's trying to start this little new slate. Nah, I think she's still trash, and they're still sus family.
Do you think she's going to come back?
I think if she did, that's the reason why she's been so absent. Because why would she leave the limelight like that? You can tell, there's a reason, right?
You said she's going to scrub it clean. Are you mean like the all the emails? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. A little double entendre.
All right. That was cheesy, huh?
I liked it.
Anyway, so this is something else too. I saw that Walmart is scaling back their DEI stuff. Have you seen that? The diverse equity stuff,
Oh, yeah.
Someone posted out there, I should have captured, I didn't, but someone posted a a screenshot of a woman who claimed to be the head of the DEI from Walmart, allegedly being laid off, and looking for more work, and screenshotted what her training program is, like a PowerPoint of 3 things of what not to say. Whatever. I don't know if it's true or not.
So, like, what is it? Like a scale back? The woke isn't woke anymore?
Well, that's what
Like,
people
is it
say,
is it
right?
just not hitting like it was before? Now they gotta run it back?
Well, they say they're walking it back. They're saying that people are, I guess, with Trump taking in the office, they're wanting to act like this stuff never happened. So, it's crazy because this guy wins and he's just the elect, right? So we've already got
Does that mean
Ukraine wanting to.
Walmart's gonna start selling MAGA hats since they like to
No,
bend to whoever's popular?
no, 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 they're not. It just shows that they're trying to align with the times now. The craziness is over.
It's a good sign.
If you want to be a cat or a dog, be a cat or dog, right? We don't care. No one cares about what you want to be, or him, her, he, she, whatever. We don't care, right? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll get back some sense of normalcy. But I will tell you something even funnier than any of this stuff is I saw earlier a video of some, I don't know if it's true or not, but a video of some ladies on a beach that were screaming off into the ocean, and it was their way of venting Trump's victory.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever it takes, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
what was it? It was their way of venting.
I mean, you saw Ellen DeGeneres left to Europe, right?
So what's that?
You saw Ellen DeGeneres left to Europe. She actually moved away. It's one of the Diddy party goers gone.
So here's
Hey, FBI, if I end up dead, it's because I said Diddy's name on Twitter. Anyway.
Oh yeah, you can do that. You can do that. So yeah, check this out. This is what I saw earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real or not.
It's going round and round and round.
If that's true, I mean, I'm happy they found a peaceful way to relieve their anger.
I know.
If that's true, it's better than rioting, right?
Yeah, it's better than
Oh my gosh.
screaming at us, right? So
Wow.
I don't know, man.
I mean, to each their own, but Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
And we're the ones with problems. Anyway.
Well, here's the one I saw was with Fox News, I think it was, and they just kind of showed them screaming. I guess they're just venting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. It's weird. I mean, if Kamala would have won, maybe I would be doing that at the lake by my house. I don't know. I think I gotta go to work though, so I'm for it.
I don't recall doing this in 2020,
When Biden
right?
won? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I did. I don't remember me doing that, but
yeah, I might have blacked out, but I don't think so.
Anyway, so let's kind of talk some other stuff. We were talking about books earlier, right? And we were talking about
I don't even know if it's legal for me to say the book I was listening to, but
no, we're Mein Kampf. We were talking about World War II, right? And, obviously, if you want to know how somebody works, you want to speak on something, you have to understand them. You have to read, and there's no better insight into the mindset of Hitler other than reading Mein Kampf, which is a very thick book.
Yeah, I'm like 100 pages in on an Audible book that I found of it.
Yeah, and I still don't know where you found the Audible book. I don't have the Audible.
I just Googled it. It's not even Audible or Kindle. I don't know. I'd have to find my bookmark.
Yeah, because I had to go like Barnes and Noble. You go and order that stupid thing. They didn't even carry it on the shelf because they would have been offensive, and that was like in 2012, 2013, or whatever it was. But So, and I'm still working through it because I get caught on something, then I backtrack into something else, and I work my way back around when I read. But so, yeah, let's talk about this, right? So, you know, do you think Hitler or Stalin killed more people?
I think Stalin had more of a death count
Correct.
by far, actually. I mean, Hitler's more notable because it was considered like hate and everything else that was behind the concentration camps and everything, but Stalin's death count was like insane numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was up there with like the Mongolian dude, I forget his name. I can't think of his name. It's the dude that went. He was like Mongolian or some type of Asian country, and he went around and just killed like everybody.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I was actually the reason I'm bringing this up and get off topic from politics. This is I was actually talking to someone about this the other day. He worked and he was a avid book reader. He reads World War II like I read World War II stuff. And we were talking about that. And he was saying you'd be surprised on how people don't realize how many people Stalin has killed, or even his own people. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I've read books that were written by, tank commanders of the Wehrmacht. They talk about Russians, running over their own soldiers, coming down over top of a hill. They see the soldiers coming down, and here come the tanks right over top of them and run them flat clean over. It's nuts. You know, if we didn't stop Germany from the Nazis, I would say, do you think we would have ended up like Man in the High Castle, like Amazon had? I don't know if you've ever seen that TV show where, Nazis won everything and half of America split up from, Colorado west to Japan and everything from, pretty much Oklahoma out to the East Coast was all Germany with a neutral zone dead center.
I don't want to be that one guy, but I still think, I mean, we were always inevitably going to intervene at some point. We've been the world police since fucking time started, basically. We just make sure people don't do that, But I don't know. If say that Germany ends Russia, it definitely would have been a different war after they took over. If we would have let it run for longer.
And the reason I'm saying this,
it would have been a different fight.
Yeah, Japan, they say that the reason they never invaded America was the guns per capita, right? The guns per people that we have.
Yeah, I think the quotas, there'll be a gun behind every blade of grass.
Correct, yeah. So, with that being said, everybody's screaming World War III right now, right? We've, I don't know if it's even been verified, but they claim that, Biden has authorized the use of American weapons against Russia. Russia said if you use them against us, it's a retaliation against America and so forth. He's going to do World War III. I don't think they would want to invade America. Guns, I mean, at the end of the day, if they nuke us, what good is the land to them at that point? Would they really want to?
I say, if anyone was to ever attack us, it wouldn't be like a ground war. They would hit us with bombs or.
So it wouldn't have Red Dawn. Wouldn't have Patrick Swayze here.
No.
Wolverines.
No, they're not going to walk up here and like parachute in and take over a city. And no Wolverines. If they were to ever attack America, it would be just to blow us off the map and then see what happens after. But
somebody said, give them the West Coast.
I'm down with that.
We'll let you have the West Coast. We'll build a wall right here all the way up, and you can have the West Coast right there in California and Washington. We'll let you have that.
They don't want to be here anyway, so yeah, you guys can take them.
But then if you let them get a foothold, what's to stop them from coming further? That's the thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But maybe we just let them wipe it out and then we take it back. I don't know. That sounded fucked though. It's the truth.
Could. Yeah, I mean you could essentially, but you got, I don't know. And then now you've seen Caitlyn Jenner wanting to come out and run for governor of California, wants to make California great again.
So now we're okay with using the MAGA slogan, huh?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because obviously Bruce, whatever you want.
We'll call him Caitlyn. He changed his name.
Okay, so Caitlin, next former Olympic star, right? I mean, was a hell of an athlete.
A
I
medalist.
think at one point, I think probably was the very first ever person to make that thing, right? Publicly.
And
Um,
I mean, there was a bunch of people that did it, but of course, they were like one of the most, is a part of the Kardashian family. And yeah, it was one of the
mhm.
most well known people in America to do that.
and he's a Trump supporter. Crazy,
They
huh?
also talked about how after doing that, the mental like battle that they went through after doing that,
Hmm. Yeah.
and like how hard it was, like knowing that he was like a dude. He has kids. He was like a gold medal or a medalist at the Olympics. He was a professional athlete, and then they had the whole thing talking about how it was like such a mental battle after doing that. And it's like, well, if it was that hard, it wasn't that hard to choose it. I don't know. You'll never know, really, unless you like talk to the guy, I guess. But
Yeah, but I
or
mean,
her.
at the end of the day, he made the change, became female, and I don't think anyone. I don't know how much issues he. I don't recall hearing anything crazy. I'm sure he got some crazy,
I never had
threats
any
of some
problem with it.
sorts,
The
but
problem I had when it first happened that next year, the magazine labeled him Woman of the Year or some shit. It's like you took that away from a actual female that might have like been working her whole life to achieve some sort of goal, and then just give it to a
yeah.
dude. I don't know,
Well, look, at
or
the end
what
of the
was
day,
a dude. No
I kind of
offense.
respect her if she wants to run. I mean, I don't live in California. If I lived there, I'd vote for her. It's not about who they are or what they are. It's about their
I mean, if the
ideology, right?
politics makes sense and the if your ideology it matches up with mine, of course, 100%. I give two
Yeah,
shits about what you do in your home life. If you're going running for a government official, then at that point, I care not what you do, like what your decisions are of who you are. I care about what your decisions are that is going to affect us as the people, you know? So if I
right.
voted for you, it'd be if it aligned with what I was believing in or wanted. The same reason that we voted for Trump. Like it just made more sense than voting for Kamala as a person that's a homeowner with two kids, and you know,
And I
I've
think
seen
it's
the economy the last 4 years, and my money ain't right.
100%. I think it's the extremists that make or lead people to believe that someone like Trump is homophobic or anti this or anti that, or they claim he's a Nazi. Um,
Yeah,
well, let's be honest with each other. Um, they claim he's a Nazi, but is he the one out there saying death to Jews? No, it's the far crazy radical people saying that. So who's the real Nazi here? Is it
and
them or is it him?
as far as the other shit too, like that they claim is racist and he doesn't like Mexicans and all this. I'm sorry, but every celebrity in the planet hung out with Donald Trump before he became a politician. He was like buddy buddy with Al Sharpton. He hung out with all the bigwig celebs, all the left wing celebs. He was left wing at the time too, back in that day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But until he started going into politics and making that his thing, they loved him. Everybody
Oh
loved
yeah.
Donald Trump. Rappers even rapped about, "I want to be Donald Trump" or "I want to make that Donald Trump money." Like it was popular. Now all of a sudden he's a politic, and oh, let's throw slang. Sure, he says dumb shit on Twitter, but I'd rather have a guy that spoke his mind than a guy with a hand up his ass. So
Well, you go to Trump Tower, you watch boxing matches. You now he's going to UFC fights. He's got
yep.
Musk with him and Kennedy and it's
That's like the one lady that was talking about Trump on like a CBN Good Morning or whatever with like Oprah and all them or Raven Simone or whoever. It was like a morning show full of girls. And the one lady was like, "Yeah, if Trump doesn't like that, who else is gonna do your laundry and clean your house?" And then one girl was like, "Well, the Mexicans aren't only good for that." So even the left was like racist in saying that, about like Trump. She said, "Well, who else is gonna clean your house and do your laundry when you're not there?" It's like, well, bitch, you just made that racist shit on your own. Sounded retarded. I don't know. People are just they blow his. I mean, if you look back in the Trump Tower, how many people did he put on and give jobs that were
mm,
of other ethnicities other than white? If we want to go as far as that,
yeah.
a lot.
I mean, how many people you come out complaining about him as a boss? Being the employer and them as a employee. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but are they a disgruntled person? Or are they somebody that got fired because they didn't change the sheets or didn't make the bed properly? I mean, we don't know.
Well, you brought up an interesting topic the other night about Elon, how when he saw stuff not going right, it wasn't no couple of warnings. It was like, well, what is wrong with this? All right, you don't know the answer, you're fired.
Yeah,
I think that is a very, very good way to run a business, especially one of that magnitude. Yeah, and if you think about it in the sense of Trump, he's running the fucking United States. He didn't have the time to be complacent or patient with people. So
well, he had a vision. That biography is a really good one too. I'm gonna have to look that up real quick because I would stress anybody to read, at least read that book or get that Audible.
yeah, and you even said he was bringing like workers back and got rid of the robots. Things like that. Like people went to, oh, Elon's this, Elon. Like read
Yeah.
about the guy, learn about him before you speak, just based on what the media told you.
So it was by Walter Isaacson. Elon Musk is what it was. It was read by Jeremy Bob, is what it was. But it's quite a big book. It's like 20 hours. And I listened to it traveling. And yeah, dude, he was talking about at one of the factories. He was in a tent on the roof of the factory. They would, hang out there. And
By the way, he's a billionaire.
Yeah. He would just come down in the middle of the night and go, well, why are we putting 20 bolts in this? Or why are we putting the window in by a robot? Or, whatever the case may be. And if nobody give the answer, he just let him go. But, it's very interesting because he had to meet a certain quota, right, to get X amount of shares of stock in Tesla. I can't remember what the number was, but it was thousands, like 3,000 or some weird number. Like I can't remember what it was, but in California, he ended up putting up tents during COVID, moved manufacturing outside as well to get that number. Talked about that in the book. Very good audible. I would highly encourage anybody to get that because it really gives.
What was the name of it again? Or the Elon Musk by Isaac? Something Isaac?
Yeah, let me pull it
Just
back
if they
up.
didn't catch it the first time.
Yep, it was Walter Isaacson. It was Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson. And it's on Audible, and I'm sure it's obviously in paperback and probably even on Kindle. It it gives you a very good insight because it travels from his, from being a kid, and what inspired him, troubles obviously with, father and different relationships, all the way to the point where SpaceX was down to its last launch and almost, belly up, and it took off, and it's been going that way ever since. So it's a very good book, an insight into him. So that's why, I'm glad you brought that up because that gives you a good insight as to what, his mindset on how he works with business. He doesn't do, like meetings or stuff. He, if it's not, it talks about that in the book about meetings or just kind of a, useless thing, if you will. And so anyway, it kind of helps give you a mindset of how he looks at things, how he operates. But it also gives you an insight on how it's going to work with the DOGE, right? The Department of Government Efficiency, Ramaswamy. They're going to start cutting.
Yeah.
What did he post out the other day on the X? Several $1 million project to watch hamster fight. Who in the hell pays millions of dollars to watch hamster fight? What is that about? What is that? Why don't we even know what a hamster is going to fight like? And I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't doubt it, but how much money have we funded on stuff, crazy, stupid stuff like this?
Yeah.
Probably, I wouldn't doubt I'm going to reach out, but I wouldn't doubt there's a program where they stuck a piranha in a fish tank and probably put, something on the outside to see how mad he gets, and probably give him some Valium, if you will, to calm him down or something. The studies they come up with.
It's wild. What's crazy, I've watched studies on piranhas. They don't actually go crazy. What happens is like one of them gets hungry and finally bites it, and then they go into a frenzy based off of pheromones. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Oh, they're probably trying to figure out a way to harness the pheromones, right? You know,
The chain reaction.
I don't know the purpose of it, but
Speaking of Elon, what do you think about his influence on crypto
crypto.
and
Well,
how the new world money comes and goes based
so
on whether or not he retweets it or not?
all that man has to do is say, he can say Doge or Shiba Inu or any of that stuff, and as soon as he says it, it's going to go off like that. It's crazy, but yeah, I think crypto, and I've gotten into a little bit, when you've kind of brought it to my attention, but I think it was the GameStop thing that really showed me what this younger generation can do, right? When they came into an old man's game and they said, let me show you how we can control things, how we can take it from you. Um, and they did. I mean, they showed you. So I have to respect them for that, with the whole GameStop thing. So that crypto, yes, I see it. I don't think it will ever replace US dollar, but is it definitely another form of currency? Absolutely. You can get your Coinbase card or any of that nature and spend with that card. Now the problem is taxes, right? The government wants that tax off that thing. They don't want you to earn $1 without giving them, 60 cents of that dollar. And Trump seems to be, at least he's spoken, he's for Bitcoin. And I wish they'd say more, I'm for crypto, not just call out Bitcoin specifically because,
Yeah.
it's,
Well, I mean, even 22 days after the election right now, and Bitcoin's gone up $30,000
yeah, but what has the other
since
cryptos
that
done?
election night. They've
What
been
has the
here and
other,
there, especially ETH has been very stagnant and lower.
yeah, see, so, I mean, you pop one, but the other, yeah, I wish they would all come together, go crypto. Crypto, is what, we would like to harness crypto. Let's stop saying
Yeah.
we want to harness, Bitcoin. No, let's harness crypto as a whole. Right? Let's get them all going. Let's get, Decentraland or Shiba Inu or Doge.
I think they had to be like here and there with it because I mean, if you got every single one of them hitting $10,000 a pop, then the market's just going to be insane.
We'll see. That's the thing.
You have to have your big dogs and your baby dogs, your
Well,
little
you do.
pups and your big dogs.
But if and again, I'm really, really, really green with crypto. But if
Same.
if there's no use for it, then it's going to die off. If it serves no purpose other than like the NFTs, right? People created the NFTs that charge $100 a piece, sell 500 of them, and then they crap out. Well, guess
I
who
got a
just got the
couple.
money? Yeah, exactly. I do too, right? And you hope they go off. They're not boarding yachts, but it's
Maybe you sell them for 120 someday. Make your
yeah.
$100 off of it.
Well, what was the NFT that the little girl created and became a millionaire overnight? Well, which one was that one? I don't remember. But she created an NFT of some sort and became like a millionaire overnight with those things. People bought them like crazy. A little kid. Yeah, it was a little. I think it was a little girl or something. But yeah. So
That's how crazy the NFT scene was. At least like a year or two ago, that shit was anybody could create some like shit thing and it would pop off like overnight or go crazy within a week and then be worth nothing.
All right, folks, that's all the wisdom we're dishing out for today. Remember, life's like a podcast. It's better with a good host and some fantastic guests, of course. And thanks for tuning in. Keep your eyes and ears open, and don't forget to follow us on X at TheBroBanter and tell your friends all about us. Until next time, God bless.